is new again, walking with a permagrin, head so high. I'm back with you and all is right. Shaking on the apple tree, ticking off the honeybees, watch them fly. It's just like we never said goodbye.
Hey guys, what's up? It's NihonTiger. How you doing? Welcome back to NeoCraft, where today we are watching grass grow. Grow, damn it. Grow! But no, seriously, we are actually watching grass grow because it's part of a bigger project that we're doing today. And that is, we're going to be building our manor /inn/ I don't know exactly what I'm going to call it yet up here. Alright, I'm going to put some of this stuff down, some of these fences, because what we're doing is we're building a lot of parts that are going to be for the next area of expansion here along Katzegard. Here is a zombie. Are you hiding in here, sir? No, you're not. You're hiding in here. Okay, no, I don't have to evict him from there. Is he hiding over here? Alright, I've got an air pocket somewhere around here I'm going to have to get fixed. It must be over here, but there's an air pocket that zombies can spawn in, so I'll have to fix that. But today we're going to work on the inn or manor. I don't know what I'm going to build it into yet. It's got both as an option, probably more a manor. So what I've started on here is some of the kind of the framework for the actual manor itself, and this has all been repaved over with dirt. Not really dirted over, really not paved, because you can't pave with dirt, but it's not really what we're aiming for here. We're just basically trying to make this all grass. And then this bad boy up here is going to be, let's see, I think if I remember right, there's our other pillar. Okay, so I'm just trying to remember how I had this. Pretty sure that goes like that. And what this is going to be is our lovely little, I guess, main floor area. So what I need to do is I need to go ahead and mark something off here. So where is the coordinate? I think it's 10 blocks from here. So 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me just make sure I have my coordinates right as well. So it's 1488 negative 386. I think this is correct. And then over here would be the last support beam going in there. Okay, so that should be it for where we have to put our support beams at. And that's good because that means we can quickly move on to other things. But let's see here. So this is going to be, what, 1, 2, 3 up. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's actually the height I need. So 3. And then it means this is 1 too high, isn't it? Alright, so let me do a little bit of work here. I'm just going to check. I made some screenshots of what I was building as well previously. I posted them actually on... Oh, this is probably supposed to be one more down. Okay, that would make more sense. That's too wide. That's looking kind of funky. But I made some screenshots ahead of time so I would know what the plan was going into this, because this is going to be a complex build. I've built in this style before, obviously, because I built this on my creative server, but I've not actually built what I was planning to ultimately build in full on here. And building in creative and building in survival are basically two different beasts. So for those of you who don't know, I plan in creative and I build in survival. And the reason for that is pretty obvious. If you have a creative world build, it's a lot easier to... Let's see, what I wanted to use... What was I going to use for this? Can't use dirt, but I might use a different block. Just something that'll be easy to clean up. Let me go see if I've got anything. But the reason I build in survival, not survival, but in creative, and then I transfer it over to survival. It's pretty simple. It's just a lot easier to build and plan and kind of change things around in creative, and then when you're ready to have it all set, you can obviously move it into survival mode. But the inn is going to be slightly different than my other builds. Now these builds here, I just kind of did freehand. This one required more planning and required me to actually learn a slightly different style than I've been using to date. And I think, is that how that was? Oh no. So let me see here. I'm trying to remember. I took a lot of screenshots, and there'll be some pauses here. Yeah, I was actually right. I actually built that properly, but a lot of it's really hard to remember. Little details like, okay, how did I build, this specific window, or how did I construct this so that it had a certain angle to it or a certain look. And really, it's not as easy as it seems, because you spend a lot of time. Just when you're planning, you spend a lot of time thinking about how things are going to look when it's finished, how every angle is going to be represented from every angle, I should add. So it's not like you're just sitting there saying, oh, well, this looks good from one side, but then it looks like complete butt from another side. You don't want to have your builds be like that at all. You want them to be fairly geometric, I guess would be a good way to say, or not necessarily symmetric. You kind of want to have, there's a lot of rules about building as far as wanting to have odd numbers so that you can have situations where you have the roof comes up and it comes to a point instead of having the roof come up and then be flat like over here. So this one was actually built, I think, in evens, and that one was built in the rules of odds. And you can see the difference. The roof here is a lot flatter than that roof, but I wanted it to be flat here, so that was intentional design. Gives a little bit of a different look. This building is built in odds, intentionally built with odd numbers in mind. So all of the walls here are odd numbers. This is a gap of 3 and then 1, and actually it's a gap of 2 and a 1. So this isn't actually an even number, but that's because I started off by building this. I think it was a 3x2 area, and this building right here, this was actually the first part, and then I expanded it out this way. And I might even need to expand it out a little bit more if I do it as an inn. But that should be pretty easy to do. Once you have a basic design set up, like I do, it becomes pretty easy to go ahead and manipulate it. If you need to, say, extend it by about 10 blocks, you can easily do that. Or however many blocks you need to extend it. So really, this is just all going to be busy work. So I'm going to go ahead and take a real quick cut right here, and we'll come back when I've got a little bit more work done on the build, because this is not going to be very interesting. It's just going to be me digging around and derping like an idiot for the next 5 minutes. I don't have a whole lot to talk about, and it'd be more interesting just to get some progress done. So I'll be back in 1 minute. Alright, so we're back, and the bottom level is done. So this is kind of the outline here. Obviously the inside's going to be different. The walls are going to be different. I'm actually going to use, I think, clay, some kind of colored clay. I haven't decided on a color yet, but in the meanwhile, I want to go ahead and use just a cobble here for now, just to give myself an idea of how the structure is going to look. So the next step is going to be getting the upper layer here done, and the upper layer is going to be pretty simple. It's just going to be extended out by 1. And then we'll use these oak logs to kind of create a border of sorts for our upper layer of our manor / inn / whatever I've decided. And the grass is spreading, by the way, which is wonderful. I can start to put up the retainment wall. This is what I'm also working on. This design right here is going to be kind of a retainment wall to hold back the dirt. So it looks like it's on stable ground. I think that's the big thing I wanted to get out of that, was to make sure that it didn't look like I was just building all willy-nilly. Hi, Xor, how you doing? But I kind of thought, okay, if I'm going to make this work, I should at least make it look a little realistic. And you wouldn't just build a giant house in the middle of nowhere and not have the ground up beneath it stabilized, would you? No, because that would be stupid. I've seen people do it on TV, but alas, in Minecraft land, we can do whatever we want. We might actually no, we're not going to have enough. We'll have enough maybe to get the border here done. You know, maybe we will have enough. I don't know. I'll have to see. I think we're going to be just short, which will be a shame, but let's go up 1, 2. Does it go up 2? I can't remember. Let me see. Just checking my screenshots. No, it goes up 3. Okay. Goes up 3, including that bottom one. All right, 3. So that goes there. And then we have 1 in the corner over here. 2, 3. I don't know. Maybe we do have enough. 2, 3. 1. Oh, goodness. We might just have enough. And I didn't even count this out. 3. And please work. 2, 3. Yes! That's perfect. So this is going to be our upper layer. And the idea here is we'll have some varying sizes for our windows up here to make it look a little bit cooler. Now this will actually all be like a floor up here. This will all be a floor as well. And I'm using the cobble just to kind of give myself an idea of what this is going to look like when it's all done. And I'll have to set up stairs and everything as well at some point. I don't know what, oh, that's what I did there. I put that there as the initial marker. So all of this is subject to change, but I at least wanted to get the basic shape done, and I have the basic shape done, and that's always the first thing I come up with when I do my builds, is I come up with a basic shape, and then from that I build onward and upward and outward. So 1, 2, and then that's let's see if I can do this without killing myself. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think I've got 1, 2, 3 and it peaks. So that should be that side. And the roof is going to be really interesting. The roof is going to be really interesting when I get it done. But I think I've actually got some... How did I have this set up? I've got windows on the back side here, and I've got a big window over here. So why am I not thinking about this stuff? Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. It's because there's no beam here in the middle. So I was like thinking there was a beam here in the middle like I had in the bottom, but that's not the case. So I'm just gonna go ahead to, and then that's actually no, this is like that because it's a kind of a cross-shaped window. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I think this only goes up to here on this side because the roof's going to overhang part of it. Oh, this is the bane of doing this in blocks. Is sometimes you forget where you are, especially if you don't have a full floor. I think that's right. I think there might be one more on top here, just so this is kind of the same idea as this one. Yeah, just another block on top. So that goes up there. Pretty sure. And if not, then we'll just adjust it when I build my roof. Let's go down. Just come on down here. And then here's where things get interesting, because this is all going to be 3, 4, 5, 6... all going to be like a front, like a nice storefront almost, I guess you could say, kind of design. Let's see here. And I had to eat some food. I know the back side's got 2 windows and the front side has 3. If I could just remember the order I had them in. This is why. Again, I took all those screenshots. Oh, okay, so I've got 2 blocks over here, and then that lines up with that one. 2, 3, 4, and then window, and I think I've got 1, 2, 4 window. So I think that's my actual, I guess you could call it my actual shape for everything. 2. So there's a lot of, you see a lot of symmetry in how everything is designed, and not only does that make it look nicer, but it makes it a lot easier to build if you kind of have repeatable patterns that you can just go over again and again and again and kind of figure out, okay, this is how I have this, and this is how I have that. I think this window is actually going to be, if I remember right, it's got a split in the middle, and this goes 1, 2, oh, come on up, 3, 3, this goes up 2, 3, and then this goes up to like, I think this goes, let's see here, so pretty sure I had 3 blocks, and then this goes over to 1. Okay, so I think that's pretty much what I had as far as window design. I've got 2 more on the back here too, so I should remember to get those 2 as well. I'm pretty sure this one didn't have, this was just a flat. Oh, I'm gonna run out of blocks. Damn it. So let's see, this is just a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm pretty sure this is 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think that's kind of how I started off. So I'm gonna go grab some more blocks, and also grab some more glass and a whole bunch of birch, because we're gonna need a lot of birch stairs to do this next part. It's gonna take quite a bit of time, but I'll be right back. Alright, so back in 3, 2, 1. Alright, so now comes the most dangerous part of this whole thing, and that's actually installing the roof. So what we're gonna start with is we're actually going to make a frame for the roof, and then we're going to fill it in. And what I mean by make a frame for it is we're going to go ahead and actually do like an outline of all the, oh, Rikui's heading off. See ya. But we're going to go ahead and make an outline of the blocks, where they're going to go, how everything is going to look on our finished roof. And we're going to start, let's just start, let's see, back in this corner. So we have a, let's see, I think we have a block that kind of, we have an upside down, there we go, one of those there. Oh, yep, that's fine. So now we'll just kind of go ahead and zigzag our way up the side of the roof here. And this looks fairly dangerous, and it is fairly dangerous because this is the part where I could fall to my death or run out of blocks. I'm probably going to run out of good old lumber at some point here, because there's just not enough to go around. And I think this is, I think I used some slabs here. Did I use slabs here? I'm trying to remember. I think so. I think I had a slab, and then I believe I had one of those dealios, and like that. I think this is kind of the design we were going with, was the roof is going to have these little flanges that come off the sides. So this is new. This is fairly new in my style. I've never done anything like this, and I was trying to figure out something that would look nice when I did it. I believe that's what I came up with. So let's go ahead and see if we can't get this to cooperate with us. Can we get an upside down stair there? Yes, I believe so. All right, excellent. So now we'll just kind of do the opposite down here. And this is actually going to be a little bit of a problem. I should have done, come here, give me that back, thank you. I should have done the bottom stair first. So bottom stair, and then, oh, there we go. That's the one time I want that to work right. It worked right, good. 2, 3. So let's hop on down. Let's take a look and make sure that we've got everything all set up on this end. So this pattern I came up here on this little part in the back end is going to be repeated elsewhere. So as long as that looks, it does not look good. I screwed that up somehow, didn't I? Yeah, I think I think I see the problem. Do you see the problem? I see the problem. I see where I screwed up. I'm gonna have to pillar up there and fix that. But that's supposed to be a slab. It's not supposed to be a stair. Whoopsie! We've made a mistake. And it's not the happy little accident kind of mistake either. It's the kind of whoops, I didn't mean to do that. This should be I think it should be a half slab, right? Oh! Ow! You know... Oh, I think I realized what my mistake is now. I think I changed this up top. I think I'm looking at an old screenshot while I'm doing this, and that's the danger of using screenshots, that you have to remember when you took your screenshots, because sometimes you might have changed things, and that's exactly what I did. So this is actually supposed to have a more flatter top. It's not supposed to have the peak top. So let's see if I can do this right. Because I screwed this up, and I don't want to screw it up again. But this is not supposed to be here. Let's see, where's my axe? I have my axe. I was wondering why that looked kind of funny. So this should actually, this is going to be gone. That means I'm going to have to fix everything else too. But this is going to be a slabby slab. That slab fell down there. I'll pick it up on the way down. And that's going to be a slab. And then this will just be, I think, like I had it before. So let me at least get down here. Safety first before I do something stupid like this. Like that. Okay. That's why I build these pillar towers like the way I do. Just to make sure that I don't fall off of them when I come back down. That you can't put a block next to another block like that just randomly. So that looks better, but it is missing the slabs on top, so that's going to have to be something I fix. So let me. I'm just out of wood. I thought I had enough, but apparently I don't even have enough for that. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some more birch wood, and I'll be right back with a quick fix. Alright, so I have realized that I've made two mistakes on this, and I decided to fix both of them while I was up here. There's some dirt over there. I'll pick that up at some point. Forgot, when did I just drop that? Alright, so back in 3, 2, 1. Alright, so there's a second mistake I made as well, in addition to the slabs not being up here. I forgot that I flipped this the wrong way. So the stairs should be here, and then the half slab goes on top, and that's the correct way that I had to design for my little roof flange. But it looks good now, so we've got that started. The only question is, how long is it going to take me to go ahead and finish the rest of the roof? Because that's what we're going to do next. I think we have enough stairs and at least enough access to birchwood to do that. So be prepared to see the rest of that happen very quickly here. And when I come back next time, all of this will be figured out. There's going to be basically another flange that kind of comes up here, and I'll have to fix that out, and then another flange on that side. So I'll get all of those flanges done, and then I've got some special design flanges up here for these windows that are going to be a little bit different than the other ones. So I will go ahead and start work on that and probably get a lot of roof done, and I'll be right back. Roof building is a very dangerous occupation. Ow! Stupid witch. Alright, so we're up here on the roof, and I gotta hop on down here so I can show you kind of what we're planning here. So, a little bit of damage, but that's fine. So we've got basically the entire roof done, except for the area around the windows, and that is what we're gonna work on right now. So for this, I've got to fairly simple design, albeit one with a small problem that I'll also show you how I figured out how to fix. So what we're doing here is we're going to have these kind of have a little bit of an overhang, so that you'll have a tiny little bit of almost panache or fanciness to it. So that's kind of the design that I came up with originally for our little overhangs for our windows. But there's a problem with that. You can see that because of the way that the glass detects the stair blocks, even though they're 3/4 stairs, it doesn't detect them as full blocks and it won't attach to them as if they were full blocks. So you have that look where it looks like it's an unattached glass slab plate, glass pane. That's what I'm looking for, the word. So what we have to do just to modify that is make these full blocks. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, unfortunately, but it does actually make the panes pop back into place like they should be, as you can see there. And the difference is fairly unnoticeable. So again, we'll go ahead, put the stairs on either side here for our overhang. And then I'll go ahead and just give me my axe real quick. So let's see here. Oh, I got something else I should probably talk about. Award for bravery and efficiency 4, fortune 3, and breaking 3 axe. Rakui gave that to me the other day because I was his test subject for a bow that he was firing at me. He wanted to see how much damage it would do, and I volunteered. I didn't realize that's what he wanted me to do, but I volunteered for it anyways. And apparently I have a projectile protection 4 chest plate, so it didn't really do any damage to me, and I was kind of sad. He was kind of sad about that. I was like, sorry. But he came by later and gave me the award for bravery pickaxe, which I don't think I'll use. I think I'll keep a hold of it for now. And I'll just put it on display somewhere in the near future. But here we go. So that looks nice, doesn't it? Let's step back and take a look at what we've created here. Yeah, that looks really cool. Now obviously there's going to be some changes here once we get the actual clay and figure out what design we want to go with. But that looks pretty nice. And then we'll come around to the sides here. I'll just kind of give you a little quick tour. So we've got those 2 windows right over there. And I do have to do very quickly after the video is done. I'm going to go ahead and do the other 2 back here. So it won't be quite done at the end of this video, but it'll be pretty close to done. As far as the roof goes, it'll be done. But that's how it looks from this side. It looks really nice. And then this is all filling in very nice as well as it starts to rain a little bit. And then down here we've kind of got our overhang, and then obviously we've got to fix that little bit up off the camera. But yeah, our inn or manor or whatever this is going to be has got a good start to it. The wall is starting to come together too. Now this looks really cool. It's going to look really cool when it's done. Basically it's just alternating stone brick blocks and the fence gates here. Not the fence gates, the cobblestone walls, which actually kind of fit with the idea of this being a retention wall, I think, pretty well. 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then did this fill in yet? It did. Okay, so there we go. So that's actually the first part of our retention wall all done. It's looking good. I'm very happy with it so far. So probably by the next time we come on, we'll have everything ready to go for here. I gotta fix this too. This needs to be, I'm pretty sure these need to all be wood. I didn't realize that right now. So that's gonna be something I have to fix. We're gonna go ahead and pave over all of this with dirt, set up more of the retention wall. It kind of wraps all the way around to over here, and then we'll go ahead and start working on the interior of the manor as well. We've got some ideas on how we're gonna make it look nice and spiffy. Might even use some fire for once, since we'll have some fireproof blocks. But for now, I am going to be heading on off to do other things and do some more planning. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you've enjoyed our next little project of sorts, and this is going to be the start of something big on this side of Katzegard. This will all be right here. This will all be like a second square that will have lots of buildings, kind of all in this style too. I think I'm going to switch styles for different parts of the village, and then this will all be kind of like the rich people area, and maybe this will be kind of the industrial area over here, and then that's the big town square down there. So I've got some ideas on how I want to set everything up, but as always guys, thank you for watching, and good luck, good mining, have fun, and I'll see you guys next time here on the NeoCraft server. Oop, left the door open.